Guys, my name is Brandon, and today I'm going to tell you about a motocross track that I had last August. I had just got back from Afghanistan about 2 weeks prior, so I've been out for a complete year of riding. And one of my buddies called me up one Saturday and was like, "Hey man, we're going to go ride at 800, just a little track up in Crofton, Kentucky." And I'm like, man, I don't know. I've been out of it so long. I don't want to get up there and embarrass myself or get hurt or anything. He's like, "No, man, you're okay. Just ride like C class," which is like one step up from beginner class. So, anyways, he ended up talking me into going, and we get there. Practice went fine. The first heat went fine. We came down to the final heat, which is kind of like the points races and stuff like that. And I ended up endoing on like a 40-foot double. I don't know if any of y'all know what that terminology is, but I just kind of over rotated in the middle of the air, and my front tire clipped the face of the landing, and it sent me over the handlebars, and the bike actually landed on me. And well, it knocked me unconscious, and when I woke up, there was a few track officials and a couple paramedics standing next to me, and they're like, what's hurting you? And I told them it's in my lower back and my pelvis region. They're like, okay, well let's walk you to the ambulance. And me being completely delusional, I ended up standing up or getting help standing up, and I had an arm around each one of the paramedics, and I took about 10 steps. I told them, no, something's messed up. I can't walk. So they ended up carrying me to the truck, and they tried to take me to the hospital, but I thought, me being military, that the Army would only pay for it if I was at Fort Campbell Hospital. So I ended up getting one of my buddies to take me in his truck. And I was gonna try to make it back to Fort Campbell, and halfway, on the way back home, I just couldn't take it anymore. My adrenaline was gone, so every little bump in the road was killing me. So I had him take me to Jenny Stewart Hospital. It's in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. I got there and they did X-rays and CAT scans and stuff like that, and they came back out and they told me they were life flighting me to Vanderbilt. And I asked them what's going on, and I ended up broken. I broke both of my femurs. I broke my pelvis in 6 places, and I ruptured my left kidney and my bladder. So I called my mom. I told her, "Hey mom, they're life flight me to Vandy. I'll be there in 30 minutes if y'all want to head on up there." My mom starts freaking out, like any parent would. But ended up, I was in the life flight, and I was getting the nurses that had my phone. They were letting me take pictures. I'll send it to my mom, give me thumbs up, so I know I was gonna be okay. And anyways, I ended up getting to Vanderbilt. They put me in traction. That's where they I don't know if any of y'all know what that is, but that's where they drill rods through your legs, pencil-shaped rods through your legs, and they hang weights off of them. What it does, it pulls your femur out of the socket of your pelvis. And they did that for 24 hours before they were gonna put me in the operating room. Well, ended up the risk of surgery with blood loss and infection was gonna be way worse than possibly just letting the bones heal by themselves. So ended up, I just had to stay in that traction stuff for 2 weeks, and then I was in a wheelchair for or I was on bed rest for about 3 months, and then I was in a wheelchair for about 4 months. And then March of this year, I started my physical therapy and pretty much had to learn how to walk again. But that's about it.